Lit FM, your daily source for the hottest topic around the world. Welcome back to Lit FM. We are your hosts for today's hot news. I'm Kenneth Tan Yehan and this is...
And I'm Ho Wan.
Our topic for today is regarding the news about the Rohingya Muslims. In case you've lost track about the plight of the Rohingya Muslims and why they are considered a persecuted minority, confused about the situation in Myanmar, and why previously saintly Aung San Suu Kyi appears to be rapidly ceding her moral high ground. According to Daily Maverick, which is an online article, we have got you covered on this topic.
Now, who exactly are the Rohingya Muslims? The Rohingya is a unique group to the rest of Myanmar population. They practice their own dialect and religion, which puts them at odds with the Buddhist majority Myanmar. They live in northwest of Myanmar, squeezed between Myanmar and Bangladesh. They are also not given citizenships by neither Myanmar or Bangladesh.
So, why not? During the British colonial occupation of Myanmar, known as Burma in those days, Myanmar was once treated as a province of India. The British thus granted free access between India and Myanmar because they considered it a form of internal migration. The Myanmar government now sees the movement that occurred during that period as illegal and a threat to Myanmar's sovereignty. This is the basis on which it now refuses citizenship to the Rohingya and treats the group as illegal immigrants. Al Jazeera reports that Rohingya are considered by many in Myanmar to be illegal immigrants from Bangladesh.
So why can't the Rohingya stay in Bangladesh as the Myanmar government won't accept them as their citizens? Now, the Bangladeshi government has been labeling them as a burden. With the aid of the United Nations, the Rohingya were housed in refugee camps along the Myanmar-Bangladesh border. But Bangladesh has periodically insisted their return to Myanmar. There are still almost 500,000 Rohingya living in atrocious camp conditions in Bangladesh. During this January, Bangladesh proposed again to move them to a remote inhospitable island.
In other cases, what kind of conditions do they face in Myanmar? The Rohingya face persecution both by government and by wider Myanmar society. Human Rights Watch has reported that they have endured forced labor, rape, and religious persecution. In 2012, at least 70 Rohingya were reported killed in a single massacre allegedly aided by state security forces. They have restricted rights to work and travel and can enter certain professions like law and politics only in limited numbers. Global rights groups have repeatedly termed the oppression of the Rohingya a crime against humanity that amounts to ethnic cleansing.
So why has all this flared up again now? It's been steadily building up for almost a year before reaching the current media tipping point. 9 members of the Myanmar Border Police were killed in October 2016 in attacks blamed on the Arakan Rohingya Salvation Army, a group which says it is fighting for Rohingya freedom but which the Myanmar government has labelled terrorists. The police deaths had led to a crackdown by government troops allegedly involving indiscriminate shooting of Rohingya and the burning of their villages. The latest military crackdown began in late August after the Arakan Rohingya Salvation Army attacked further Myanmar police and military posts, and is believed to have resulted in at least 1,000 Rohingya deaths to date. More than 270,000 people have fled to Bangladesh, with others trapped on the border.
Now I know you're wondering, where is Aung San Suu Kyi during all of this? Suu Kyi has not condemned the campaign of violence aimed at the Rohingya. Instead, she has termed outside perceptions of what is happening in Myanmar a huge iceberg of information spread by terrorists. In an April 2017 BBC interview, Suu Kyi rejected the term ethnic cleansing, saying it was too strong an expression to use for what is happening. A complicating factor which is Suu Kyi does not control the military or police in Myanmar. The controller of the armed forces, General Min Aung Hlaing, sees the military as an important bulwark against a terrorist movement in the form of the Arakan Rohingya Salvation Army. For Suu Kyi to act in defense of Rohingya then would be an unpopular move in terms of domestic politics. And that, folks, will be the news we will be sharing with you. Our thoughts and prayers are to the Rohingya. Hopefully there will be a silver lining for them. With that said, look out for our next news broadcast as we talk about Trump taking over the world. This is once again your host Kenneth
And Ho Wan.
Stay tuned to Lit FM, your number one source for the hottest news around the world.